The Warriors look to start a winning streak against one of the Eastern Conference's top teams on Friday, and Steph Curry once again dropped the 40-piece while carrying the load. I wanted to break down how he exploited the Cleveland Cavaliers big men in their drop coverage defense in the second half to cut their lead down, so let's get right to it. With a solid 11-point lead and no buckets yet for Steph in the second half, Golden State looked to bring the Cavaliers' slow-footed big men up to the perimeter in pick-and-roll action. Here he points to Lamb to bring a slow-footed Kevin Love up, but Curry doesn't really wait for the screen and instead blows by Garland. Cleveland does not want Love in these actions, but here he should have helped out, but for some reason he decides to stick to his man, leaving Garland to trail and allow Curry to get an easy layup. Golden State wanted to get right back to the same game plan. Lamb comes up for a pick and Garland wants to fight over the screen, and Kevin Love is playing drop coverage. Steph easily gets to wherever he wants here and decides to go for a wide open 5-foot push shot with no contest from the big man. If it's not broke, do not fix it. With Karis LeVert now on Steph, we've got Lamb coming up for another pick for him to go to his strong right hand. Love is in bad position here as he thought he was going to go left and ends up being in another drop position. Not sure how much contact was made from the back, but Curry thinks he could have gotten a foul called and tosses up this ridiculous one-hand three ball that somehow goes in. Kevin Love finally decides to come up on the screen, and here Cleveland wants to do everything to get the ball out of Curry's hands and doubles. Garland is now responsible for the two weak side perimeter players, and the counter to this is for Steph to make the high basketball IQ play and swing the ball. Garland ends up stunting at Lamb, but he confidently knocks this one down. Here's another bad Kevin Love defensive possession. With Cedi Osman on Curry, Lamb pretends to screen on Curry's right side, but ends up flipping the screen at the last second, completely taking Love out of the correct defensive position since he was finally going to play up here. Steph now has an open lane going to his left, which brings out Mobley as the weak side low man for the correct rotation. Garland is once again responsible for the two weak side players, but gets slightly tripped by Looney's foot on his closeout to Poole, who gets his feet set and finally knocks a three down and cuts the lead to 1. Now we got Jarrett Allen's turn, an elite rim protector but still below average perimeter defender. Looney sets the screen and the Cavs force Steph to go left and towards the sideline where Allen's waiting in drop coverage. Sweet left hand in and out move to move him off balance, and Steph gets right to the rim with triple coverage and a tough left hand layup for 2 points. With an 8-point deficit, the time is getting short to cut the lead, so the Warriors keep running what brings the shot blockers out of the paint. High pick and roll action with Steph where the Cavs push him to the sideline again, and same thing, Allen sitting down in a drop position even at 23 feet. Steph sees this after getting an amazing screen by Cleveland and pulls a deep 28-footer with the defender's hand down. Big shot here by the Warriors. Well, there you guys have it, a super quick breakdown on how Golden State went back to their fundamental play in order to cut the deficit in the second half. Knowing their defensive personnel, Steve Kerr chose to go with the high pick and roll because it not only forces the Cavaliers' big men to play perimeter defense, but Curry knew they would play drop coverage and also bring them out of the paint, where they are the most effective at protecting the rim. This will allow the creativity of the Warriors' offensive system to abuse dribble penetration and shoot from the perimeter. That was one of the more impressive victories so far of the season against a solid new-look Cavaliers team. And once again, Steph Curry put up another MVP-like performance to bring this team back in the clutch. The rest of the group is going to need to step up sooner or later, but in the meantime, I hope you guys like this breakdown, and I'll see you guys against Sacramento in a rematch on Sunday night.